When you think of Norway, what comes to mind? Breathtaking fjords, the mesmerizing northern lights. But there's much more to Norway than its natural beauty. Norway is home to one of the most unique and resilient economies in the world. But behind these landscapes lies a powerful economy that thrives on more than just tourism. Norway is a country rich in resources, innovation, and financial stability, boasting one of the highest GDPs per capita in the world. Today, we're diving deep into what makes Norway's economy tick, from oil wealth to green energy, and beyond. Norway's economy has a fascinating structure that balances traditional resources like oil with cutting-edge technology and a commitment to sustainability. This balance has allowed Norway to achieve consistent growth, while also preparing for a future that relies less on fossil fuels. Let's look at how it all started. Although Norway is a relatively small country with a population of just over 5 million, it punches far above its weight economically. Known for its stable and transparent government, low levels of corruption, and a high standard of living, Norway has crafted an economic model that many countries look to with admiration. So, what drives Norway's economic success? In this video, we're going to explore each of these building blocks, starting with the country's oil reserves and sovereign wealth fund, then moving into green energy initiatives, and much more. Whether you're an aspiring economist, a curious traveler, or just someone interested in global affairs, this deep dive into Norway's economy will reveal how a small nation managed to build one of the most resilient and forward-thinking economies in the world. So, stay tuned as we uncover the secrets behind Norway's economic powerhouse. Norway's journey to economic success took a monumental turn in the late 1960s. Beneath the icy waters of the North Sea, something extraordinary was discovered: oil. This resource would transform Norway from a modest economy into one of the wealthiest nations in the world. In 1969, Norway struck oil in the Ekofisk field. This discovery wasn't just a milestone, it was a lifeline. The country was suddenly sitting on vast reserves of black gold, offering both opportunities and challenges for the small nation. Many countries rich in natural resources have faced what's known as the resource curse, where abundant resources lead to corruption, inequality, and economic instability. Norway, however, took a different path. Instead of letting oil wealth lead to unrestrained spending, Norway's leaders made a crucial decision that would shape its future. In 1990, Norway established the Government Pension Fund Global, commonly known as the Oil Fund. Its purpose? To save oil revenues for future generations and avoid overheating the economy. Today, this fund is the largest sovereign wealth fund in the world, holding over $1 trillion in assets. Norway's approach to its oil wealth has always been about balance. While it remains a major oil producer, Norway is also one of the world's leaders in environmental policies and green energy initiatives. The country understands that its economic future cannot rely solely on oil. Oil wealth has allowed Norway to create a high standard of living for its citizens, from free education to comprehensive health care. But it also brings responsibility. Norway's leaders know they must manage these resources wisely to ensure that future generations can benefit, even as the world moves towards a greener future. So, while oil may have been the foundation of Norway's wealth, it's only one piece of the puzzle. Next, we'll explore how Norway is already preparing for a future that leans more on green energy, proving that sustainability and prosperity can go hand in hand. Imagine a fund so vast, it could pay every citizen of Norway over $200,000 and still have money left. This isn't fiction. It's the reality of Norway's sovereign wealth fund, known as the Government Pension Fund Global. But how did a small nation accumulate such wealth, and what is Norway doing with it? The idea for the fund began in the early 1990s as Norway's leaders looked for a way to protect the economy from the volatility of oil prices. They decided to save and invest oil revenues instead of spending them all at once, creating a financial safety net that would secure the future. Fast forward to today, and this fund has grown into a behemoth, worth over $1 trillion. Managed by Norges Bank Investment Management, the fund invests in thousands of companies across the globe, from tech giants in Silicon Valley to renewable energy projects in Europe. What makes Norway's sovereign wealth fund unique isn't just its size. It's also guided by strong ethical principles. Norway has strict rules on where the money can be invested, avoiding companies involved in arms production, tobacco, and environmental destruction. This reflects Norway's commitment to sustainability and ethical responsibility. The returns from the fund are used carefully, benefiting public services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure, all while keeping the economy stable. This approach ensures that every Norwegian citizen indirectly benefits from the fund without exhausting it for future generations. Norway's leaders view the fund not just as a source of wealth, but as a legacy, a way to protect future generations from economic uncertainty. Even as the world shifts away from fossil fuels, Norway's wealth fund ensures that the country's prosperity won't disappear with the oil. While the sovereign wealth fund secures Norway's financial future, the country is also investing heavily in green energy. Up next, we'll explore how Norway is preparing for a world beyond oil, leading the charge in renewable energy. While oil may have built Norway's wealth, the country knows it can't rely on fossil fuels forever. Norway is already looking toward a future powered by renewable energy, positioning itself as a global leader in sustainability. Norway's commitment to sustainability isn't just about reducing emissions, it's about securing a resilient economy. The country recognizes that as the world moves away from oil, it needs to diversify its energy sources to stay relevant and competitive. Norway has been a pioneer in hydropower, producing over 90% of its electricity from water. The country's geography, with its abundance of rivers and waterfalls, provides a natural advantage, making it one of the world's largest producers of clean electricity. In addition to hydropower, Norway is investing heavily in wind and solar energy. Offshore wind farms are emerging along Norway's coastline, harnessing powerful winds from the North Sea to generate clean energy on a large scale. But Norway's green transition doesn't stop with energy production. It's also leading the world in electric vehicle adoption. Today, over 80% of new cars sold in Norway are electric, driven by government incentives and a robust charging infrastructure. Norway's shift to green energy is supported by forward-thinking government policies, from carbon taxes to subsidies for green innovation. These policies encourage businesses and citizens alike to embrace sustainable practices, helping Norway achieve some of the lowest carbon emissions in Europe. For Norway, green energy isn't just a trend, it's a necessity. The country envisions a future where it can export not only oil, but also sustainable technology and expertise, proving that an oil-rich nation can lead the charge toward a cleaner planet. While Norway is making incredible strides in green energy, a sustainable future also means creating a balanced society. In the next section, we'll look at Norway's unique welfare system and how it contributes to economic stability and social well-being. Norway's wealth isn't only about oil and investments, it's also about people. At the heart of the Norwegian economy lies a strong welfare state, providing universal healthcare, free education, and a high quality of life that's admired worldwide. Norway's healthcare system is designed to ensure that every citizen has access to quality medical care, regardless of income. This universal healthcare system is funded by taxes, making healthcare accessible and affordable for all. Education is another pillar of the welfare system. From primary school to university, education in Norway is free. This investment in human capital ensures that every individual has the opportunity to succeed, driving innovation and economic growth for the future. Norway's social security system is designed to support citizens during difficult times, whether they're facing unemployment, disability, or old age. These benefits provide a safety net, allowing people to live with dignity and security. Norway places a strong emphasis on work-life balance. Parents receive generous parental leave, allowing them to spend quality time with their children. There's also a focus on family support programs, ensuring that every child has a strong start in life. Beyond social benefits, Norway's welfare state contributes to economic stability. By reducing inequality and providing essential services, the welfare system ensures that the economy remains resilient even during times of crisis. Norway's welfare state isn't just about financial support. It reflects the country's cultural values of equality and community. Norwegians believe in the principle of lifting everyone together, creating a society where each person feels valued and secure. While Norway's welfare state ensures a high quality of life for its citizens, the country also faces challenges. In the next section, we'll explore the economic obstacles Norway must overcome as it prepares for the future. Norway is known for its economic strength, low unemployment, and high standard of living. But like any other country, Norway isn't immune to challenges. From shifts in global energy markets to an aging population, let's take a closer look at the economic obstacles Norway must overcome to secure its future. As the world increasingly shifts towards renewable energy, Norway faces a dilemma. Oil has been a cornerstone of its economy, but with decreasing demand, Norway must continue diversifying beyond fossil fuels to ensure long-term economic stability. Like many developed countries, Norway faces an aging population. As the workforce shrinks and healthcare costs rise, the government will need to find solutions to maintain productivity and sustain its welfare state. Norway is already taking steps to diversify its economy. From technology and finance to tourism and aquaculture, the country is investing in new sectors to reduce its dependency on oil and prepare for a dynamic global economy. One of Norway's biggest assets in facing these challenges is its sovereign wealth fund. By strategically investing oil revenues, Norway has created a financial buffer that can be used to support the economy during downturns and fund future initiatives. Norway also faces the challenge of balancing economic growth with environmental responsibility. As one of the world's leaders in sustainability, the country must find ways to expand industries without compromising its green goals. Norway isn't just adapting to these challenges, it's aiming to lead. From green technologies to ethical business practices, Norway's vision is to not only secure its own future, but also to be a model of sustainable growth on the world stage. While Norway's path forward is filled with challenges, it's also rich with opportunities. In the final section, we'll explore how Norwegian values and culture play a role in shaping this unique economic model and inspiring resilience for generations to come. Norway might be a small country, but it's deeply connected to the global economy. From oil prices to international trade policies, Norway's economic stability relies on what happens beyond its borders. Let's explore how the global economy impacts Norway's prosperity. One of the most immediate influences on Norway's economy is the global price of oil. When oil prices fluctuate, so does Norway's revenue. Although Norway has taken steps to diversify, the country still closely watches the ups and downs of the oil market. Norway is heavily reliant on exports, especially to countries within the European Union. Products like oil, seafood, and machinery drive Norway's economy. However, changes in global demand, trade agreements, and tariffs can significantly impact these industries. Although not a member of the European Union, Norway has a special relationship with the EU through the European Economic Area. This allows Norway to access EU markets, but it also means Norway must align with many EU regulations, which can influence its economic policies. Norway's currency, the Norwegian krone, is affected by global currency markets. When the krone weakens or strengthens, it impacts everything from export competitiveness to the cost of imports. For an export-heavy economy like Norway, exchange rates are a crucial factor. Global economic crises, like the 2008 financial crash or the recent pandemic, have shown just how connected Norway is to the rest of the world. During these times, Norway's robust economy and sovereign wealth fund provided a buffer, but the effects were still felt across the country. Norway also plays a proactive role in global sustainability initiatives. As the world confronts climate change, Norway is committed to promoting green practices, both domestically and abroad, setting an example for other nations. In a world that's increasingly interconnected, Norway is taking steps to safeguard its economy against global uncertainties. From diversifying trade partners to strengthening domestic industries, Norway is building a resilient economy that can withstand external shocks. As we've seen, Norway's economy is closely linked with the world's. In our final section, we'll explore how Norwegian culture and values shape the country's approach to business, sustainability, and long-term prosperity. At the heart of Norway's economic success is a culture that values community, balance, and sustainability. While numbers and policies often get the spotlight, it's these cultural values that truly set Norway apart. One of the most defining cultural values in Norway is janteloven, or the law of Jant. It's an unwritten rule that emphasizes humility, equality, and collective well-being. In Norway, success is celebrated, but not at the expense of others. This principle shapes the way Norwegians approach work, community, and even business. Norway is known for its strong commitment to work-life balance. Employees work fewer hours on average compared to other developed countries, but with a focus on efficiency and productivity. This balance doesn't just create happier workers, it's part of Norway's formula for long-term success. In Norway, employees are encouraged to disconnect after working hours. There's a cultural respect for personal time, and flexible work policies allow employees to prioritize both career and family life. This approach contributes to low stress levels and high productivity. Norway is also renowned for its family-friendly policies. With generous parental leave for both mothers and fathers, affordable childcare, and policies that support gender equality, Norway ensures that families can thrive. This inclusivity contributes to a more stable society and a more dynamic economy. Norwegians have a deep connection to nature, which is reflected in their lifestyle and work ethic. The love for outdoor activities isn't just a pastime, it's a part of Norwegian identity. This connection also fuels Norway's commitment to environmental sustainability. These cultural values, humility, balance, and a respect for nature, aren't just ideals. They're woven into Norway's policies, work environments, and social systems, creating an economy that values long-term stability over short-term gains. In Norway, success is about more than profit. It's about people, community, and the planet. Norway's approach reminds us that a strong economy doesn't have to come at the cost of well-being or the environment. Instead, it's a model for how these elements can work in harmony. As we've explored Norway's economy, one thing has become clear. Norway's success isn't defined by wealth alone. It's a story of resilience, forward-thinking, and a deep respect for people and the planet. From the vast oil reserves that first fueled its wealth to the sovereign wealth funds, securing future generations, Norway's journey is a balance between tradition and innovation. It's a country that has leveraged its resources wisely while staying committed to sustainability and social welfare. Norway's story offers lessons for countries around the world. It shows that economic success doesn't have to come at the cost of inequality or environmental degradation. Instead, a balanced approach that values community, sustainability, and innovation can create a resilient and prosperous society. But Norway isn't stopping here. As it looks to a future beyond oil, Norway continues to lead by example, investing in green technologies, supporting work-life balance, and fostering a culture of inclusivity. It's a reminder that economic progress can go hand in hand with well-being and sustainability. So, what do you think? Could other countries adopt elements of Norway's approach? How would your country benefit from a similar balance of wealth, welfare, and environmental stewardship? If this journey through Norway's economy and values has inspired you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into economies and cultures around the world. Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for joining us in exploring the unique economy of Norway. A small country with big ideas, Norway proves that prosperity isn't just about numbers. It's about creating a future that everyone can share.